Greetings, this is Edo Jumbo. In this screencast, I'm going to show you how to set up Wan 2.2 TI-V 5B model in ComfyUI. The difference is this focus is going to be on modifying the settings so you get better quality output. The problem is the default settings don't cut it. As you could see, even though I have a very powerful AMD Mi60 GPU, which has 32 gigs of HBM2 memory, it was taking a very long time and I wasn't happy with the quality. So even when I dropped down the resolution, obviously, then it was a video, but it was lacking something there. So we're going to tweak all those settings and get it up there. So don't just take my word for it. I'm also going to show you proof of how we can increase the quality. Now, and also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments because that helps the channel grow. I would also like to thank everybody subscribed so far this month. Keep it up. It not just motivates me, but it helps other people find this content, and we can all help each other, especially because I focus mostly on open source software. So there's no excuse not to help. Even me doing something like this, I'm helping because maybe you guys want to be programmers, or maybe translation, or just find any bugs. That all helps out as well. Okay, so as I was saying, I have an AMD Instinct Mi60 GPU. The problem with that GPU is that it's not, doesn't come with a cooling apparatus. So I had to come up with a cooling solution. So what I did is I purchased a fan shroud. So what that means is that it's just a shroud that fits on top of the AMD Mi60, and then I plug into on the motherboard, one of the fan, or I repurposed. For example, I repurposed I think it's the water cooler pins. So then it works. I also have 6 case fans, and obviously there's also a CPU fan because I'm using the default CPU fan for the AMD 5600 GT. So some of you might be wondering, hey, if you have the dedicated graphics, why do you also have an integrated graphics? Well, the reason for that is because the Mi60 it doesn't have, I can't plug in my displays into it. So that's what the integrated graphics is for. So the GPU, the dedicated GPU, is strictly for AI and hopefully Blender stuff in the future. So this will also be a mini update. I promise to do one probably once a week or so. So it's going to be a mini update on my system. So everything is working great. So as you can see here, I have this program called Cooler Control D. So it's a driver. That one is an app image. I'm on Linux. So that allows me to manually control the fan speed. Because remember, since the GPU doesn't come with its own cooling system, I need a way to control, for example, when I'm doing AI stuff, the temperatures go way up, and I mean way up. They reach 100 in less than a second, actually probably less than a millisecond. And there was one time when I was doing a night live stream when actually the temperatures reaches 512 degrees Celsius. So I don't want that. Now I do have a script here, and I also have a systemd service I could use. However, I decided not to do those because I said, if I try to create that fan profile, it's not going to work. So what I decided to do is I'll control it manually. Since I have 2 GPUs, as I said before, the integrated graphic does the basic day-to-day work, and the dedicated one will be for when I do AI, or hopefully in the future there will actually be some program which I can do video editing. That's why I use Blender for. It's for my video editor. All right. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run this Cooler Control D image. So in case you're wondering, I have an MSI B50A Pro motherboard. So I had to install this NCT 6687D, that it is for driver. And after that, everything is working very well. Those the sensors have been detected, as I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to use the console here. Okay. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Okay, so you need to run this as the super admin or root permissions or sudo permissions. So I will run the program. This is around the app image, and then just type in my password here, and then you see it will run. You can see here, as I said, it's a MicroStar International B550A Pro, or the model is actually MS7C56, and the BIOS is, as you can see, American Megatrends International. It's a version 5.17. I'm using GNOME, I'm using Wayland, and everything here is working fine. As you can see, it will detected everything here. Then I don't have any liquid, I'm not using any what do you call it, liquid controllers here, but I found everything else, found the sensors perfectly here. So you can see it found my AMD Ryzen 5 5600 GT with the Radeon graphics. That's the integrated graphics. And you can see here, this is the one I was telling you about, the NCT6687, perfect. And the way I showed you guys the way I compiled, I use DKMS. That means that anytime my kernel upgrades, it automatically recompile for the new kernel. So that gives me, because I don't have to do it manually in case I forget or something. So this is perfect. And also, as you see, it found some other stuff here, like the Wi-Fi card. This motherboard didn't come with Wi-Fi, so I took the card which I used on the old system and just plugged in. It perfectly worked. I didn't realize it also has a temperature sensor, but that's great. And what else is here? Yeah, so that's it. That's perfect. And you see, it tells you the address you go to. So obviously it's localhost. It's here 127.0.0.1.11.987. So let's go there. I'm gonna put it on this side for now, and then I'm gonna open up the web browser. Don't pay attention to that stuff. We'll go through all those later. So just go to 127. What is it? It's 11. Yeah, there we go. So here we're at the cooler. I'm gonna use one. I'm not gonna split them, but I'll show you because. So as you can see here, this is the CPU temperatures. It's basically on idle, and then this one, the first one, is a dedicated GPU. You see it's at 44 degrees or 43. That's because I'm here in Canada, Southern Ontario, so it's cooling down. So remember before it was around 47, whatever, but now it's 44. It's perfectly fine. I believe in winter it probably drop more, probably close to in the late, probably even in the late 30s, which is perfectly fine. So this is the integrated one. You see it's 34 degrees, so we don't care about the integrated graphics for this particular use case, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And you see here it says fan 0 RPM. That's because I set it to, is it 15%? That was when I was fiddling around the command and trying to understand all this stuff, but that value doesn't matter because it doesn't have a fan. Okay, so if we go here under this is the sensor NCT6687. We go down here, you can see the pump fan. That's what I meant, pump fan. I'm repurposing it for something else. I can't remember which one it is. It must be one of the case fans. So you see where it says system fan 2. You see this one here? It's at a 2%. This is the one we want. This is the one that's the fan shroud connected to the GPU. And you see right now it's set to 2%. 2% is that one is it's silent enough that I can work. I would like it to be a little bit lower, but that's perfectly fine, especially since I said the cold weather is coming. I haven't turned on the heater yet, but when the heater comes on, depending on how hot it will be, so that's perfectly fine. So 28, it's running at 28, just below 2900 RPM. So that's perfectly fine. It's silent enough for me. And you can see the other fans are all below 1000 except for the CPU fan, which is running at just below 1500 RPMs. Okay, so the reason I prefer this way manually is I can just set the temperature here, or I can just drag this to whatever I want and then click the apply setting, then it will ramp up. So when I'm doing anything with AI, yes, AI, or if I find a way to, oh, also some, if I use like FFmpeg where I get it to run the dedicated GPU, I can pick which GPU to run. Yeah, this will also shoot up as well. So I'll set up. I found that 50% is pretty good. It will keep the temperatures around 80 degrees or below. So that works extremely well. And I set up quickly, it ramps up very quickly. And you will see this temperature, they go up very, very fast. So I can ramp it up there. So it's a 40 millimeter fan. So that means that it does, it's capable, I think, of going up to 1800. But if you don't do what I'm doing, if you just plug it into the computer, it's going to be spinning at about 15,000 RPM. So that's really loud. It sounds like a jet engine taking off. So that I can't work like that. So from what I heard, some people saying you might wear out the fan. I'm not sure about that, but definitely it's way too loud. So I don't want it to, I don't need it running at that. If it's running, if the GPU is being used constantly, yeah, then you might need, but I don't need to run that high. So that's perfectly fine. Also remember, I also have the other fans which helps dissipate heat as well. So we'll come back to you later. Next, if you see here, I have a Python virtual environment. This is what I use for AI, especially now it's basically dedicated to ComfyUI. So that's one where I'm also gonna use. And so this partition here, this was because I had an extra SSD. So I just decided to make it one partition and run all the AI stuff here. Then I realized that's why models are here. I'll do other stuff in future. You guys have seen some of that stuff. And then I have, what else is here? I also use the Podman stuff. The containers, I put them in here because I have three SSDs. They were enterprise level SSDs. I bought them in 2016, so they still work pretty well. So I also have a mechanical hard disk I bought, I think, in 2011. 2011. So they're still working. So once one of them dies, I'll probably then switch over to an M2 drive, and then I'll. But I said since things are working, why not? Okay, so we just go into this before. Oh yeah. So this ComfyUI, what happens is, see output. So it generated images before, and then you see a video. This is where it generates the videos. So the purpose of this tutorial is I generated these videos before. I showed this earlier today, so I'll just play them very quickly and you can see what the problem is. Okay, so this video here is 6 seconds. And it's 512 by 512. So as you can see, the quality is not very good. It's not so much the colors are washed out. It's more like I mean, you can tell they're humans, but the problem is it's not usable. Is what I'm trying to say. Saying I can't do anything with it. So the purpose of this tutorial is we're going to tweak the settings to see if we can generate better video. So I am capable of doing higher resolution videos as well. So I did try the higher resolution before, but I said something happened, it never actually completed. This was off screen even before I did the earlier tutorial today. So what I'm going to do is I found some resources. So we're going to try some of those things and we should be able to get better quality. So that's the purpose of this tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I need to start up ComfyUI. So we can probably stay here, that's fine. So I'm gonna just in case people are watching this from the what do you call it, in case some people are watching this from the vertical screens, I'm gonna show you this because we're live. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cd into ComfyUI, and then I'm gonna start that Python virtual environment. So I'll just type source. And then the path, obviously, is just one path below. So I'm on Linux, I just put // and then remember it was welcome -venv, and then /bin/activate. So this is going to activate my the Python virtual environment. So the reason I use a virtual environment instead of, for example, using Podman or installing this on my system was because I wasn't sure I would like it, and it turned out to be right. Remember, I started out using SD.next, and I tried Automatic, I tried another, none of them worked. ComfyUI worked. So can you imagine if I installed all that stuff on my system, I'll have a hard time, removing all that stuff, especially when most of this is installed with pip. For example, the reason, in case anybody's asking, why didn't you use SD.next, Easy Diffusion, etc., etc., the reason all of those three, they would always want to install an old version of ROCm. I think it was 5.7 they were stuck on, and at that time when I was doing this, I had ROCm 6.13, and I believe it's 6.16. So, and that was installed using from the Fedora repository. So it didn't make sense to like have a very recent version, and then when I'm running the when I'm running the AI stuff, it wants to install an old version. So that I know why they did that is most likely because the CUDA NVIDIA is first class citizen there, and AMD is not. So they assume everybody's running AMD, which is not true, obviously. I mean, they assume everybody's running NVIDIA drive, which is not true. All right, so here, then all you type is you type Python space, and then you type main.py. And then you see this is going to start up the ComfyUI. So the first thing it does is it checks if there's updates. It will automatically update for you. And then what it will do, make sure everything is fine. So I said I've been running this for a while. If this was my first time, I would type pip space -r space requirements.txt to run through the requirements. So I don't need to do that. Even the first time I did this, most of those dependencies had already been installed because I said I tried it using, for example, SD.next. So most of the requirements and everything had already been installed into that virtual environment. So as you can see here, just in case you see some warnings here or some errors. So for example, when it says here there's a problem with this particular model, and I'll explain you why it's not able to load this model, this touch audio. The problem is this particular version of touch audio, it's tied to CUDA. So you see here it says libtouch_CUDA.so. So that's obviously I don't have an NVIDIA driver, so that's why it doesn't make sense. That's why it's not installed. But so it probably means I won't have audio, but that's perfectly fine. I said if I ever need audio, see here it is again. If I ever need audio, I can always I can just do it manually. Or if once we get to that part, I'll find a solution. I think even AMD might have their own purposely built what is it, Pi audio stuff as well, touch audio, sorry. Okay, so it tells us here that it's ready. So it took just a few seconds, actually, and then this is the URL you go to. So you see it's the same thing, localhost, and the port number is 8180. That's the default port number. You can change it, but that's perfectly fine. All right, so as I said, it's perfectly working. There's no big issues. So obviously it's not going to use audio. You can see here import failed, import failed. That's because I said I don't have an NVIDIA driver, and it doesn't make sense. I removed all the NVIDIA stuff because they will just take up space, which I actually do need. Okay, so let's go back to here, and then I'll just go to, yeah, there we go. See, as you can tell, I was running this earlier today. So here we go. So now I'm not going to run the default one again. The reason for that is very simple, is that it doesn't make sense for me to. Oh, I also want to show you that it did detect the GPU. It should actually say here if it detected the GPU. Let's look at this. Oh yeah. See the VRAM? It says right here the total VRAM is 32 gigs, and the total RAM is 27. So I've explained this several times before. I have 32 gigs of RAM. I'm not talking about VRAM. VRAM is 32 from the dedicated graphics, the Mi60. I have 32 gigs of RAM. However, I don't get the full 32 gigs of RAM. The reason for that, remember I said I have the Ryzen 5 5600 GT. The G stands for integrated graphics. So that integrated graphics, it reserves 4 gigs of the RAM. So that means it drops me down to 28 gigs of RAM, which as you can see here it says 28 gigs. But even that, I still don't have the 28 gigs of RAM, and here's why. Let me actually show you visually. It would be better to show this visually. So I'm going to open up my resources here. This is easier to explain. So, as I said, so it's 28 gigs of RAM. Now, I have a swap. You see this swap here as well. So this itself, it's actually using some of the RAM. It's called VRAM in Linux. I don't know what it's called on other operating systems. So that also uses some of my RAM to create a swap file in RAM, so things are faster. Okay, so that means that if you're paying attention now, so it's not 32 gigs of RAM, it's not 28 gigs of RAM, it's roughly around 21 gigs of RAM. But wait, there's more. And then so I'm running programs right now. For example, I'm running OBS, I'm running some web browsers here, and obviously I'm running this application. I'm running two applications, as you saw. I'm running the Cooler application and in the web browser, and then I'm running the ComfyUI, right? So and I'm also live streaming. So as you can tell, I'm probably have maybe 21 gigs of RAM available. Okay, so just be like I said, just be aware of that. So meaning that if it's 32 gigs RAM, it's not all of the 32 gig RAMs is available. So if we go back here, when it says, you see what it says 20, there's 28 gigs of RAM, that's total RAM. That's not quite true. So this explains why before, when I was trying to load a model, for example, when I was trying to load Llama 4, it would always fail, because I think it needed like 25 gigs of RAM. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I have 32 gigs of RAM, why is it not running? Well, that's the reason. I don't, oh no, it actually said it wanted 35 gigs of RAM. So even with my swap, it wasn't able to load up in the RAM. So I'll try again. Hopefully somebody makes optimized version. I don't think I'm going to get any more RAM on this system. The reason for that is because it's DDR4, and most likely when I upgrade, I don't know when I'll upgrade. If I keep this computer for more than 3 years, which looks like I might, the way things are going, I might keep it for 3 years, then yeah, sure, I might, if I get a good sale, I might pop in a few more sticks. But yeah, what I mean is I'm not going to get rid of it. So I'll probably put it in the shed and run the AI, wirelessly is what I'm trying to say. So I'm saying it doesn't make sense for me to put more resources into the system. But let's continue here. So we have the just to show you my system as well. I think I've showed you the CPU and all this. So I don't need to show you this. It uses very little RAM. Most of the RAM spikes you're going to see here are going to be from OBS, so we don't need this anymore. And as you can see here, for later, I'm using SpaceX Starlink, and you can see it's sending, and it's excellent connection for this live stream. So no issues. I can send and receive, and you can see today what the total I've received. Oh yeah, I think I was doing some pod stuff. And then this is what has been sent. So no problem. You can see the speed right now. That's just the live stream going on right now. All right. So let me close this. And what else do I want to show you? Oh yeah, I want to show you the system. Well, you've already seen it, but if you still don't believe me, I'm gonna. Why is? Oh, I said system. Oh, settings. I meant settings. Okay, so in the settings here, I want to show you that if I go to about, you can see my system. It's a MSI, as I said, MC7C56. I'm using the AMD Ryzen 5 5600 GT, and that comes with Radeon. That's the integrated graphics. And we go here, you can see I have 32 gigs of RAM, and again, see I have two cards here. I just wanted to, and you see I'm using, oops, I forgot, let me show you. See I'm using GNOME Wayland Fedora 42 desktop workstation, and the kernel is 6.16.10-200. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna drop to the command line as well, just in case somebody says, "Oh, you're using old stuff," or something like that. So if I type here, let me clear this. You can type something like rock. See, rock m. Let me zoom in. I type rock m info. I'll zoom out, so you can see all this stuff here, and you see this one, it says GFX 90C, that's the integrated graphics, and then the other one which says 6, where's the 6? Yeah, this one, GFX 906, that's the AMD Instinct, what do you call it, MI60. So those are the cards here, and you can see both of them do. So the ROCm is supported on the integrated graphics and also on the dedicated graphics as well. So when people tell you, "Oh no, you always need a dedicated graphics," not really. I'm saying that obviously for video, yeah, you're gonna need definitely a dedicated graphics here, integrated graphics, and if you could use all of you. Actually, I heard that they're working in the future to make sure that you actually don't need GPUs in the future, so you'll be able to generate AI and do all, generate videos and images and all they're thinking just using the CPU. That would be amazing. So they're testing that right now on some really powerful computers. Hopefully, yeah, that would be nice. Okay, so let's go back here. So as I said before, I did this default setting is the one you see. I set to 512 by 512. I left the 121. That's a default. That's the video. That's the last video. That's 6-second video. So you see, there's a problem with that video. First of all, it took a while. I can't remember how long it took. I think it said it took 8 minutes or something. I can't remember now in the live stream I did earlier today. So what I want to do is I want to show you some resources I found when I was actually thinking of the idea for this particular video. So the first one was on GitHub. So it says here, Wan 2.2 is a flop, especially the 5B model. That's the one I'm using. So it says, so I'm not going to read everything here, but this person was saying that they were having some issues. So this person can't use the 14B model. The small model flops is a big problem. Okay. So the reason I'm using the small model is I wanted to see if this is viable before I switch to the. So for my system, I shouldn't have any problems running the 14B model. So this person is saying, I've tried some cases of the 5B model. Its speed can compare with the Wan 2.1, 1.3B model, which generate higher resolution 720p versus 480p. And the results also surprising. It's the best model with 5B per. Oh, I don't understand what this means. Its speed. Oh, okay. So, this was an answer. I thought it was the same person. Okay, I got it. So this person is saying that the 5B model is pretty good. And then, so this person then put their settings. So we're going to try their settings. So as you can see here, they said that this is the default size, 1280 by 704, and what this person did, you see it's the exact same model I'm using now, and the prompt is, and they see all they did was change the seed. So I'll try this later. So so obviously, in case you're following along, the first thing to get better quality is higher resolution. So I'm gonna set it back to the default 1280 by 704. And this person very nicely also put their prompt. So I'm gonna leave the default font as the prompt because we have a test that we did earlier where it did not work, where the quality wasn't very good. However, before I do that, I want to let you know that I need to make some other changes. So we're going to try all the different changes. So for example, you see this one says the base seed was set to 42. This person seems to like the base seed set to 42. So I'm going to try that. And yeah, so I'm going to try that one as well. Okay, so let's go back to our ComfyUI. So I'm going to set it back. So the value for the width, I'm going to set it back to 1280. Okay, that was the default, and this one was 704, I believe it was 704. Let me double check. Yeah, 704 is the default, so I'm going to set it back there. Now the other person, this person also said that they put the base seed to 42. I don't know where to find that here. Let me see the device when default. See, you can the default here you can change. Obviously I'm not going to use CPU, that will take forever. The name, everything is here. You see there's pixel space or 1. I'm going to leave everything as 1 there. And here default weights. Oh, you can also change the default weights. It doesn't tell me which one it's using. Why does it just say default? Okay, I don't know. Okay, they're all FP8, so I'm gonna let that as default. All this stuff here. So this is what I'm using. I said I'm just using the default thing, so I didn't change anything here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit just in case. So you guys how do we zoom in? Yeah, so you guys should see that. You see the diffusion model is the Wan 2 and VA and all that. That's everything that came with it. I didn't touch any of that. That's all the default. So, and it says for I2V, obviously that means input to video, I think it is. Use Control B to enable. I've already shown you this. As I said in the earlier video, I did check this out. This is, I believe it's kanji or simplified Chinese. This is just, it will say stuff like better quality, stuff like that. So I've already tested it out. So don't worry, it's safe. There's nothing special there. So I'm going to leave this default prompt as well. And then we'll go here. I'm looking for where you can change the seeds. The model shift here, it's set to 8. It looks like I can change this. I'm going to leave that as default. Positive, negative. Seeds, here we go. I can't read this. I have to click it. Let's see what it says. Holy moly! Look at the seeds. Is that what is that? Is that crazy? The seed is set to, wow, that's a very, very, very big seed number. I don't know. Actually, let me copy this and I will save it somewhere. Just to put it. Where should I put this? Okay, here we go. So I'll just say. Okay, so I'm just saying stuff that I've changed. I'll just say changes. So the seed was, that's a massive number. If I can get this down, it actually works. And so this person said they set their seed to 42. Okay. Then I'll just say then 42. If that speeds things up, I'll be extremely happy. Or maybe that's what 42 means, the base seed, I don't know. So anyway, so we'll go back here. We're going to change this to 42. Press OK. The control after generate is randomized. The steps are set to 20. Does this person have anything about steps here? No, they don't mention steps. So we're going to try a few different things. Okay, so the person below that says it should be extremely fast for 720p model. That's basically what we have, so I'm going to ignore that. And so this person lets you know that I can run the 14B model on a 16 gig VRAM and 64 gig RAM. So that's the problem I have. I have 32 gigs of VRAM, but I only have somewhere like 21 gigs of RAM. So it looks like I might struggle. I should barely be able to run the but since I'm going to be using the VRAM, I think I shouldn't have a problem running the 14B model. If the 14B model is really better, let me know. I can try it. I can download and make a video for next time. Okay, so this other person says, what is it here? The base seed is 42 again. That's fine. There's nothing else in here. This person has 24 gigs of VRAM. I have, oh, this is perfect. Run local, compare. 7B doesn't even fit. Okay, so this person has 24 gigs of VRAM, so I have more. I have 12 gigs more, but I have 32 gigs of RAM. So it's definitely not made to run locally compared to Wan 2.1. Okay, so I'm not gonna bother. That's what I suspected. I won't be able to run it. Maybe I'll try it, and I'll let you know, guys. Maybe I'll try it and see if it loads and everything. Okay, and the same kind of complaints for the original 2.1 14B weights. You guys have to give it time or upgrade your system if you really want to keep running the larger models. This is a 28B model and it should be treated as search. Okay. So my problem, as I said before, is I'll probably need to run on the disk, so it's going to be slower. So I don't have enough RAM, so I'm not too sure about that. Okay, 13B. That's why the phones need to succeed. Okay. I'm just trying to find things here. There's a flop, blah 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 blah. So this person says he usually resizes it to 832 by 480 or 960 by 544. This person has says okay, this person actually has some more. So okay, this person has 64 gigs of RAM. Actually, I do not have. High RAM, low VRAM. I am basically high VRAM, low RAM. So I'm the opposite. It says compile transformer up to 30 set to on. Triton is installed. The VA coding set to 32 bits. Requires twice more VRAM. I do have VRAM. And the transformer engine calculation set to mix 16/32. Slightly more VRAM. Again, I have the VRAM, so it's no problem. And here's the kicker: anywhere from about 42 minutes to a few hours. Whoa, doing 4 seconds instead of 5 seconds. What the? Okay, that's too much. I might have to drop the resolution like this person suggests. So let me go back here. Are there any more settings? I think this is the last setting. This is the output here. The FPS. I changed the FPS to 20. What is this one? Denoiser. Okay. Sampler name. Oh, there's different samplers. I'm using the Uni PC. Okay. That person, I'm gonna leave it as default. And what's CFG and steps. Okay, steps there and randomize. Okay, so that's the only setting I grabbed from the GitHub. From the GitHub here. Next, there was a Reddit thread I found. So this person here, I was doing 1280 by 720 times 81 frames. Okay, so you know what? 81 frames will be about 4 seconds. So let's do that. So I'm going to drop this down to 81 from, I'll just say the frames. Let's say frames was 121. I'm going to drop it down to 81. So let's go back here. And in case you're wondering, this is the frames, the length. So it's 121. I'm going to drop it down to 81. Okay. Then what's the next tip? F16. What was I using? F18 or F16? I'll check that later. Resolution, make it 720 if possible for your hardware. Obviously, I am. If I use the regular K sampler and 2 steps to one K sampler and 2 steps to another K sampler. Ooh. Why use GF when you have your OBS? So let's explain that one. 39 4 steps plus 800, but you should be able to do at least Q6, but probably Q8 without block. It's getting close to 24 gigs though. High noise, 15 GB plus low noise. Okay, I don't understand what that means. Gonna get a 14 gig GPU. Yeah, there's none for the consumers. That's why I had to get like what do you call it, a server GPU. Wan 2.0 FP8 scaled, low noise only, light 2XV and Fusion X LoRa. Attention with mega cache, 6 steps. How many steps am I using? CFG. Okay, here we go. So very good quality. Here we go. 81 frames. And this person did 6 steps. CFG set to 1 to 1.5. Okay, let's go change that as well. I do CFG. See, it's set to 5. So we're going to change that. Where is the settings? Here we go. CFG was 5.0. I'm gonna set it down to 1.5. Okay, 1.5. Okay, that's our CFG. You see the steps are 20. What did this person do? They set it to, don't read the steps. Yeah, 6 steps. So we're gonna change the steps as well. So steps was 20, then 6. So I'm going to change the 6. I'm writing down all the changes that we've done to see if the quality will be better. So I'm going to change it from from 20 to 6. So that's 6 steps there. Okay, and low noise is basically tweaked. Okay, whatever. And so this person has 24 gigs of DDR3 RAM. I have 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. So if I remember correctly, the more DDR, the number after that, the more latency you have from the past. But okay, this one is saying FP8. Would you be able to share your workflow, slimming hardware, and trying to figure out how to optimize further? Okay, so this person put their Google Drive, but hopefully it's 2 months ago. Hopefully it's still alive. Let's see. I mean, still up. Okay, here we go. Let's check this out. I'm looking for things we. Okay, same thing here. Negative prompt. I'm going to leave the negative prompt as is. And oh, this one is using 14B. So I'm using, oh, that's the old one. That's the old one. The 2.1 Uni PC. It's normal 1000. I'm just trying to find some values we can change here. Okay, so this we might actually come back to this one later. So I'm going to leave this one. Guess where I found another resource? We found another resource on Facebook, of all places. It's I don't know if it's the official ComfyUI or just somebody decided they on. So ComfyUI and okay, GitHub. So you can get the creepy nodes. You can follow somebody's nodes and just do the exact same thing they did. That's one good thing about ComfyUI. However, I said I want to create my own. Not because some people think I'm a narcissist. I'm not a narcissist. I'm saying I want to learn. I don't want things to be that simple. I mean, I would like some things to be simple, but I'm saying is I want to learn. So for example, this person here, Myro Samir, says I use my 6 gig GPU. 6 gig. Remember, I have 32 gig. With Wan 2.2 and the 2.1 14B. Wan 5B sucks in quality and motion. I have 64 gigs RAM. So they have more RAM. So one thing you guys will learn is that despite what they tell you, you always need a lot of RAM, right? You having a lot of VRAM is good too, but you also need a lot of RAM, because that's one thing they don't tell you. Oh, look at this, blah, blah, blah. You need a lot of RAM too. Most of the stuff are still done by the CPU. That includes video as well. I'm talking about like when you're doing video editing, you still need a lot of RAM. Okay, which model did you guys suggest? Quemo Flux. This one is using Flux 1 dev plus Wan 2.2 14B. So it looks like everybody's using 14B. Is the 5B really that terrible? Because I was trying to short clip. Anyways, I'm putting answers in the chair. Oh, crazy. There was like a bunch of code earlier today. Maybe because I'm on, what do you call it? I made this narrower. Oh, here we go. So here, so yeah, people put a lot of stuff, the ComfyUI stuff. So for example, here the model and max tokens, etc. So I said there's a lot of information out there. Oh, that's nice actually. How to get free workflows. So anyways, this is ComfyUI, and you see there's a lot of help as well. So looks like we'll be doing some ComfyUI stuff. There was a lot of settings, that's why I came here. So this person has 32 gigs of RAM, 3060, what is that? I think 6 gigs. Well, I'm trying to load images in a batch. That's something I want to try later, is maybe just get it to, because it outputs images very, very quickly. So I'm thinking maybe if I can get it to batch create the images and then just put them together. So it's going to be like, what do you call it? Like not a stop animation, but just a quick animation, because usually 6 seconds of stuff is better. Okay, so anyway, with that said, ComfyUI, no VRAM pooling, no combined power, just parallel runs. Okay, so as you said, there's a lot of resources. So it looks like I made a good choice choosing ComfyUI, because people have lower specs machines, whether it's the VRAM, the GPU, or the actual RAM on the system, and they're able to run this. A lot of people, I don't have the links here, but some people are running them on their laptop. Obviously, they don't have a dedicated GPU, so that's great. Now let's go here. And how do I save this stuff in ComfyUI? Is there a save? Okay, anyway, so I think it saves when you hit this. So I'm going to hit run, and yeah, so it does save. So I gotta go to the cooler control here. I already know I have to jump to 50%, so I'm not going to bother here. See, the temperature is already going up there. I'm going to wait. See, watch this temperature. It's going to start blowing up very quickly. Let's check the... Oop, wrong one. This is the one here. You see it's loading, offloading to the... Oh, there we go. I think the temperature started drop. Yeah, there we go. You see the temperature just dropped, so just increased to 46. I'm gonna watch this temperature too. Maybe it's using the CPU. I think I told it to, it should be using the GPU. What's going on? Why is it taking, is it still loading? Oh, it's loading. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't, okay, there we go, it started. So the temperature, yeah, there, see the temperature is going up. So I've just cranked it up to 50%. Now look how quickly the temperature is going up. You see that? It was just 43 seconds and more like a milliseconds ago. And it's still going up, even though the RPMs on fan 2 are just below 9,000 RPMs. Look at the temperature. The temperature keeps on going up. You look at that. It's 70 now. See, that's what I was trying to say, is that I can't rely on the on my script, because there's no way any fan profile will be able to keep up. It just jumps really quickly, and it's going to be about 80. It's going to be at 80, about 80, 81. Now the good thing is, at night here it does cool down, so it should stay around 81 degrees. Shouldn't go above that. But if it does, I might have to jump more than 50%, or it's 8,500 RPMs. And look at the junction. You see the junction is already 100 degrees Celsius. So yeah. So I found 50% is something I can tolerate as long as the stuff doesn't take too long. Now, in case you're wondering why I don't just set this and then go outside and do something else, well, the reason is, as I said, like if any of this stuff fails, it could, like, obviously the GPU will just hit. Now the good thing is, doing some live streams, when the GPU hit 100 degrees, it actually sounded an alarm and shut down other resources, including the system. So that's a good thing. However, if the GPU, I'm saying if the fan doesn't work or something, yeah, it's still gonna stay at a very high temperature. So that's why I'd rather be around. So then I can deal with it. So as you can see, it's 81 degrees. Right here, you see it's 81 degrees. This one here, you see it's 81 degrees. So this is actually pretty good. The temperature for the CPU is obviously going up a little bit, but that's no problem. Most likely because the heat is generated by this guy. So if I actually go down here, I'm wondering what's happening. So you can see here the CPU fan just went up a little bit as well. That's because I said the heat generated by the GPU, and that's a GPU. The other fans all went up. Remember, they were around 600 or so. You see, they're all running. They doubled. They're all like 1200. So fan 6. As I said, I do have other fans. Where can I scroll down now? Is that it? Okay. Oh, whoa, do you see that? It said 83 there for a second. Whoa. So I can feel just some slight warmish air, but that's perfectly fine. So this is the reason I said I prefer to do manually, so I can check on the actual temperatures and be able to adjust this quickly. Because I said my script will not be able to do that, because it jumps really quickly without any warning, as you saw. And remember, just as soon as it started going up, I immediately jumped this to 50, and it still went up to 80 degrees. So that shows you, just be careful with that. And you see the CPU temperature is about 60 degrees. I said most of that is most likely because of this the heat dissipating. So some of the heat is getting there as well. All right, so let's go and see what's going on here. What's going on here? Oh, it's actually here. What is that? It's at 50%, the K sampler. And so this might actually go pretty quickly. So there we go. It's actually going. Let's go check the command line, see what's going on there. You see the command line, it's at 67%. I don't know what to expect. You see the steps? I changed it, remember, to before it was 20, so I dropped it down to 6. And remember, the other thing we did was we upped the resolution. So this is going to be a widescreen one. And here we go. So the weights, so these are the other stuff. It's float 16. And then what else is it doing here? Float 16. Manual cast none. So obviously it's not using CUDA. It's clearly using the GPU, the Mi60. So FP8 here, upscale. Oh, that's for upscaling. All right. Let's go back here. It's still stuck at 67%. Let's check the cooler. I'm nervous here, so when it's above 80, I get really nervous, because like before, it would be at 80 and then immediately jump to 100, even before I could do anything. So that's why I said that's why I prefer doing it manually. So when this temperature starts going down, that's when I'll know it's finished. 50% should be fine. So I think if I ever do like higher resolutions, I'll probably need to bump this up maybe to 60%. But I said 50 is the one which is tolerable. I can stay around. Obviously, like during the day, I can go and say make breakfast or prepare my dinner or something when I'm generating something. But as I said, my suggestion is instead of doing it this way, I'll just generate a bunch bash images because this guy can generate images. I'm saying when I'm not doing a live stream on OBS, it can generate images about 18 to 20 seconds. So I would rather I would rather do that. High resolutions too, like 720p. So I'm saying that I would rather generate those images and then just bash them. For example, my face moving here like this, I can tell you to obviously start with an image and then tell it turn slowly so it creates maybe 100 images or so like that, and then just use something like I was gonna say GIMP, but you can also use FFmpeg and Graph Magic to combine them into an animation or a video. The audio will be something else. So you see the temperature is going down here. You see now it's 76. So that tells me that it has finished. So if we go here, you see it says 0. So it has finished. Now one of the things I noticed is when it finishes here, like when it does images, it puts the image here, but I guess the video, it puts the video. I don't see the video. So let's go to the down here. What is going on here? It says it's completed. It loaded completely, true, but what's going on here? I don't see. This is the thing I had when I generated the other 1280 by 704. It never actually completed. I just waited. I did get this. I just waited. It never actually finished. So these are the stats. It took 7 minutes. It just says true, but there's no. I don't know what it's doing. So you see, even when we go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the video should be here, but it's not. So as I said earlier today, I'm going to keep on waiting. Hopefully this finishes. I don't know what it's doing. Let's go back here. It says it's in queue. Is it that it has to do a second pass or something? I don't know what's going on here, but yeah. I don't know if this is confusing it. I should put 720. It did the exact same thing like before. It just never completes. You see even here, there's still something going on. You see it's still in queue. But I don't know what is going on. It just never finishes. And it's the temperature is going down, so I guess it's not using the GPU. And even the temperature for the CPU is, you can see it's going down as well. So this is going up again. Okay, it's stuck there. I don't know if it's a bug. Yeah, the CPU temperature is going down. Look at it, it's 49. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, you know what? Let me check the task manager. Maybe it's just something is weird here. I don't know what's going on. You see, it's not using the CPU, which is correct. The RAM, I still have a bunch of RAM and I still have a bunch of swap space. So I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not using the CPU, which is correct. These spikes are probably just OBS, and I don't know what's going on. But it's still using the GPU though, so the temperature is not going. What's that smell? Yeah, I don't know. So this is the second time this has happened. It just won't release, and it keeps on saying in queue. You see, it says it's still running. Oh wait, I just saw something. I think I know what's going on. I This is just a guess. I'm probably 100% wrong. I was assuming that what it does is when it finished the generation part, it basically, like for example, when it generates the first frame, the second frame, it saves it somewhere. Like we know when you edit a video, you can or you FFmpeg, you see it's going bigger, bigger, bigger. For example, like right now I'm recording this video, the file size will be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's what I assume. Maybe what it does is it does its thinking and everything, gathers all that stuff, and then it actually then it starts putting the stuff together, which is very inefficient because you know, if somebody else is using the RAM or something, this is what happens. Yeah, this is the exact same thing that happened before. It looks like it's finished, but it's not, and the GPU is still being used, so I can't drop the RPMs. So I have no idea what it's doing. Is there a place to do multiple passes here? Oh, there's a format. Okay, let's see what codec it uses. H.264, MP4. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. It's still running according to this, but it says 00. It's using very little RAM. It's still using the GPU, so I don't know what's going on. I might have to regenerate this with something else because I don't want to. Yeah. So you know what? Let's go check to see how much RAM VRAM it's actually using. We can also check that as well. Let's see what I have here. What's going on in the command line? See, after this it should say completed. I'm saying complete. I think it says done or something at the end here, but this one is clearly not going to do anything. I don't know what it's doing. Is it? Oh, it's this guy. It says it's loaded. Do you guys know what's going on here? I don't know. I thought I was done. I was so happy. I don't know. So I think I've waited long enough. I don't think it's going to complete. It's the exact same thing I ran into last time when I used those settings. So I don't know if those settings are messed up or something. Maybe it has to be 720. I don't know. It just that does not want to work. So I might have to try something else. So let's go. I'll let this run a little bit longer while I try to see what else I can. The tick kicker, anything from 45 to a few hours. Okay, I clearly don't want that. Okay. Expert design title. Okay, maybe there's something wrong. Maybe it just can't generate anything. Well, that was the default setting though. Oh, the temperature is going down. There we go. 73, 72. Oh, back to 76. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on here, but I am. Yeah. I think it's just stuck. The same thing happened before, so I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it doesn't like the size. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, it's supposed to put something here saying completed, finished. I think it says finished. And you see it didn't create anything, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's the exact same thing I had before. Like I waited, and I gave up. And when I generated this one, for example, this is 512 by 512. When it finished, it actually said something like finished. I was able to generate this one. Maybe it's. Oh, this was 890. I wonder if that's a problem. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna stop this because this is annoying me. I can't be okay. I'm gonna stop this. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this because this is taking way too long. It's actually longer waiting than when it finished the generation part. So maybe I'll drop it to 512. Oh, you know what? Here, this one, we know this one worked, so let's try this one. This one was, what is it again? 896 by 512. So I'll try that one. 896 by 512. And I'm going to, let's see, is that dropping? Or is it going to tease me again and jump up? Yeah, it's teasing me again. It's going to jump up. Yeah, it teased me again. It's just going to jump. Okay, so I don't see anything here, so I'm just going to stop this. So let's go back here. And I'm going to click here to exit. I'm going to, I press the X button there, so that should stop it. And interrupting, yeah, interrupting the prompt. Yeah, because it didn't generate anything. And oh, my settings. Oh, I do remember my settings. Okay, do you want to change workflows? No. Okay, why is this not stopping? Yeah, so something is clearly wrong there. And this guy's not stopping. Okay, so it's not stopping, so I'll just Control C to stop the server. And I should get rid of that. Let's go check the cooler. Once if this temperature is dropping, it'll let me know. It's still not dropping. Okay, come on. Okay, so the temperature is finally dropping there. I'm going to leave the RPMs high because I want to run this again. Okay, so down here, I'm going to run it again. I don't know if it's, maybe I don't have enough RAM or something, but I'm going to, what do you call it? I'm going to check the temperatures here. I see the temperature is almost back to normal. I'll wait for this guy to, yeah, there we go, it's back. So we'll just go here, and I think I should just, okay, it reconnected, so that's fine. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, oh, I should have, okay, that's fine. So I'm going to change this to, what was it, 896, I think it was. 896 by 512. That one I know works because we did try it here. Let me just double check. Yeah, 896. So that one does work. So let's go change, make those same changes as we did before. So oh, we can also do batch sizes here. That's not what I want. Batch size is set to 1. Okay. The case sampler here, and the number of steps, I remember that was set to 6. I'll change the iframe, the frames, don't worry. So the CFG, why is it 8? That's kind of high. 1.5. Okay, what else did I change here? I think that was only, oh yeah, the seeds. No, it's, okay, the seeds, I'm going to change that to 42. Okay. Alright, so that's it. How do I save this? Q. Settings. Save? I would save workflow. That's a great name. Okay, so here we go. Let's check the temperature. Okay, so the GPU temperature is 38, so it's even lower than when I started. So that's great, it's more than normal. So I'm going to run this. Okay, I'm going to run this. And it's queued up, so let's go to the command line here. Oh, loaded that model pretty quickly. That was pretty fast. So it's the 6 steps, that's great. So this should be much faster than the other one, because yeah, see, look how fast that is. And the same thing again, it gets stuck here. I don't know why it gets stuck here. Always gets stuck there, and that's really annoying. Oh yeah, this is what I was trying to say. It says prompt executed in 44.23 seconds. So it looks like it doesn't like the 1280 by 704. So looks like I just need to change. Okay, so let's go check that video. How many frames did I use here? Where's the frame? Oh wait, did I do the wrong thing here? Oh shoot. I didn't even realize I picked the wrong one. So let me actually save. See, I picked the wrong one. Okay, so I have to go, I think it was templates. I was like, oh, that's so quick. It's the man, where are you? Yeah, so that's 7. So I'll try that one. If this doesn't work again, I'll try it again. So no, it's not this one. This is the one. Okay, that's the one. You see, it's 1280 by 704. So that's not what I want. I said it was 896, and this is going to be 512. The frames, I'm going to change this to 81. And the seed, we're going to change that to, what is it, 40, 42. And steps, we're going to change that to 6. This one is 1.5. Sampler, everything is going to be the same. This one, I'm going to change this to 20 frames. Okay, and I'm going to save. Save settings or file, save as. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to save that flow and hit run. Oh, it says 1280 here. No, can I stop this? I don't want it to be 1280. Okay, hopefully it didn't run. Interrupting. I thought I changed it to 896. So it's interrupting. Okay, so let me change this to 896. 896. Okay, 896. Of course, okay. Make sure I save this so I can load it so I don't have to do this all the time. File, save. Okay, looks like the prompt is fine. Yeah, prompt executed. Perfect. Okay, so let's make sure the settings are correct. 625. This seed should be 42. Okay, and we go here. Make sure I go to file and hit save. Okay, so everything else is fine. I'm gonna hit run again one time. Looks like the seeds I can't change that one. It looks like it does that automatically, so I can't change the seed. Looks like I can't change the seed, so that's fine. Oh no, it's okay. There we go. Requested 122. remember how quickly this one went, and then it says, yeah, this is. It says prompt executed in whatever. So that's the part I didn't get when we ran the previous time there. So this is actually not going too. It's a bit slower. It's not as fast as this one, but hey. Actually, I'm gonna check this photo to see how it came out while this is running. Let me check the temperatures first to make sure it's okay. 67, that's fine. It's gonna go up to 80. So let's go check the output here. Is this it? Number 32. I don't even know. I don't remember what the prompt was. Yeah, I can't remember what the prompt was for that one. So let's go to the video, and the temperature is 76, 77. Yeah, remember I told you it's going to go up to 80. So let's go back to the command line, see what's going on here. It's 50%. What is this? Steps? Yeah, so it's going to do it in 6 steps. Hopefully, 67%. 4 of 6. So I'm waiting for this part here where it says prompt executed in so many seconds. That's what I'm waiting for. Hopefully this works. If it fails, I probably have to abandon this model and use another one. It looks like it doesn't do. You see, the default is 1280 by 704, but I can't get a. I can't even get just a few frames from that. So this explains a lot here. So the lower the number, the faster it is. Seconds per iteration. Okay, got it. So this is a little bit higher. So as I was saying is, this proves my point here. So as I was saying is that you see here, even with the GPU running, creating recording a video, you see it can generate pretty high res photos in a few seconds. So it says 44 here. That's because I said the GPU is being used twice. One obviously to record the video, which I would not be doing if I was just running it from either. So what I'm saying is that I can generate. Let's even take the 40. Let's take 1 minute. It takes 1 minute to generate a photo. It doesn't, but let's just use that. So I could generate a whole bunch of photos, and then, as I said before, if it's just a very simple 6-second thing, yeah, it will be a little bit slower. but the quality will be so much better. So here's the problem. So I'm under the impression that the problem is it's not going to the prompt executed in whatever. So that seems to be the problem, and there's no log to tell me what the problem is. Is it running out of VRAM? Is it running out of RAM? I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, it just will not complete. Yeah, you see, it finished this part, and then it just waits forever. So is it double the time? I don't know what's going on here, because clearly it's finished, loaded the model, but it's not executing it. I mean, it's not finishing up. It should say prompt executed in so many minutes or seconds. It's not doing that. So that's the problem. I said I did wait. You guys saw I waited a very long time. It still did not, it never completed. And then you see it's still using the GPU though. That's what I'm confused. It's clearly still using the GPU. Okay, so let's find out how much VRAM it's actually using. Maybe I don't have enough VRAM. That could be it. So I'm gonna go to the command line here, right here, and I'm gonna type rocm -smi, and then --show main info VRAM. Okay, so oops, VRAM. Okay, so as you can see here, for the GPU 0, that's obviously the dedicated graphics. It's using 29 out of the 34 gigs, and then from my what do you call it? From sorry, wrong. It's using this much out of this. So, and then for the GP1, this is the 4 gigs of the integrated graphics. It's only using about 2 gigs of that one. So clearly I have enough, I do have enough RAM. I just do not know why it's not I do not know why it's not working. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on and why it's being slow, and why it's, you see here, it still hasn't, it hasn't done this part here. Prompt executed in so many seconds or minutes. So I don't know what's going on there, and it never actually gets to the end, which is super annoying. It never gets to the end. And as I said, I was able to generate a 1-second video here. Maybe it's the length. I don't know. So I might have to drop. Let's make the video even shorter. Let's go there. And, oh, saying 18%. Okay, maybe I'm being impatient. Okay, it says 18%. Maybe it's the second run it's doing. Okay. It's actually using less RAM than before. Okay. I guess that's the second. Where can I change the passes? I want to do one pass. The subscriber said it does 2 passes. Can I make it do only 1 pass? I probably need to add another node to do that. So it says 18%, but it's not saying that on the command line. Okay, let's go find out how much VRAM it's using now. Did any of that change? Doesn't look like. Oh yeah, so it's using this integrated graphics. That one went up. See, this is what I was trying to say. See, it reserves 4 gigs of the RAM. That's why I said I don't really have 32 gigs of RAM because of the integrated graphics. Now I can tweak it in the BIOS, but I just leave it because there's some things where I can't use the dedicated graphics, so having the GPU, the integrated graphic is actually worth it. And then again, I can show you, I'll show you the task manager, so you can see what's going on here as well. It says 13 gigs. It actually went down. I remember it was 18 before. Okay, some of the CPU is being used. It actually used 1.1 gig more of the swap, so okay. Yeah, so do not know what it's doing. Let's check the processes. It's Python, obviously. We know that what that is. That's clearly the AI. There's nothing else I'm using for Python. So it's a #1 resource. Unless is OBS here. Let me search. Maybe here's OBS. OBS is down here. So OBS doesn't use them that much RAM at this time. So all the RAM is being used by the Python. That's clearly the GPU. There we go. Basically 7.3 gig of RAM. Okay, so I'll close that up. Oh, it finished. Hey, it finished. There we go. Prompt executed. So that should mean that, yeah, it did finish. And this guy, drop down 42, so I think I can drop this to 2 seconds before I lose my mind. 2%, I mean. Whew, I don't have to scream. So it did create the video. So there we go. We found something else. So what do you guys think? Do you think the quality is going to be good or bad? So let's find out if the quality is good or bad. So you see the video should be similar to this one, except this one has, what did I say, 80, so it should be about 4 seconds. Let's figure that out. Yeah, 4 seconds. It's 896 by 512. Okay, so let's play the video. See if it's any better. So just a quick reminder, this is the original video, this white one here. It's the same, everything's the same. Let's play this one. So this one was 896 by 512. It's 1 second. So this one is 4 seconds. Let's see if it's any better. Okay. Wow, it's actually much better. I'll put it here so you guys can see it. It is much better video, but there's still a few tweaks we need. That guy's a ghost. The guy moonwalking backwards. This one, that's hilarious. Okay. Okay, much better, much better. Much better, but how many seconds did that take? The second video? 558. What is that? 10 minutes? 528 divided by 60. Oh, 8.8 seconds. I mean 8.8 minutes. So that's so about 8 minutes to create a video that is you know what? I'm gonna do that video again. I'm going to give it more. I'm gonna make it a square. I'm gonna make it 896 by 896. See what happens. What do you guys think? I'm gonna try that. So I'm gonna make it 896 by 896, a square video. Why can't I change this to 40? Was it 42? Okay, let me go save this. File save. Okay, and 896 by 896. Should I leave it at 4 seconds? Okay, I'll leave it at 4 seconds there. And we're going to, oh, see, this is what I was saying. When the video is done, it actually puts it here. So let's run this. And I need to dump bump this guy up to 50%. So the temperature is going to go. You see the temperature is already rising as well. You see it's already at 60 degrees. So so that was 10 minutes, no, 8.8 minutes. So I just need to be patient. So I suspect that it's, oh, I forgot. How do I get rid of that second pass? Oh, okay. So unless this model doesn't do, which we read as well, it doesn't do high resolution, it only does low resolution. So maybe that's the problem. So I should try the 14B. Because clearly my system is capable, as you guys saw, but for some reason it gets stuck at that endpoint, which is super annoying. And you see it says 55%. Let's go check the command line. You see it's doing the, what is it, this, is the second one already? Oh no, yes, oh yeah, no, I'm confused because it actually finished, so sorry. So it's doing the first pass, and it's going to do another pass. Let's go check how much RAM it's actually using. VRAM. So it's not even using the entire VRAM, as you can see here. It's using is that half or so? I can't do the audio one until I fix the audio issue, but I would like to see some decent video first before I commit to running. That is interesting. It's actually using less VRAM. That is super interesting. Maybe the resolution has something to do with it. Maybe does it like squares instead of rectangles? Perfect squares, I mean. One more time. Yeah, it's barely touching the, oh, not barely, but it's leaving quite a bit of VRAM there. Yeah, it's basically using just over half of the VRAM. Interesting. And the temperatures, you see it's already 82 degrees there, so briefly. So this time the CPU is about 60, so I can leave that. It's stuck at 55%. The K sampler. So 3. Oh, is there something behind it? No, that's not. Conditioning. Wait. Is there something behind you? Okay, I was trying to see if there was something behind it. Yeah, see, I can't. How, like. Maybe it would be faster if I did this on the command line and not use ComfyUI. That's possible too. Maybe we'll do that in the future. Once I get comfortable, I know all this stuff, I can just do it, generate the stuff on the command line, similar to how I'm doing with the other models. Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh no, I already showed the picture that was generated. Why is it stuck at 55%? What is going on there? It says 83. But it's definitely better. It looks, so the problem, I think it could even be better if it was more high resolution. So in this particular one, this is a square, so it's a perfect square hopefully that makes a difference. But as you can see, if you're taking 8 minutes to generate something that's 896 by 512, I know it'll be a little bit faster if I wasn't doing the live stream, but still, I think I might stick to just I think I'll stick to just using images instead. Unless you guys can tell me what I'm doing wrong, I would like to, I mean, I'm here to learn. Yeah, but this definitely makes a big difference. This is the part I don't understand. It loads the Wan VAE again. Oh, this is, oh, I got it. Okay, I think I understand. It does 2 passes, so that's for the, oh, you know what, okay, I think I understand what's going on here. So it does 2 passes, but when it does the second pass, it doesn't actually display a prompt anywhere, either in the UI or in the command line. That's what confuses me, because I think nothing is going on, but clearly something is going on. So what I'm saying is, like, you see when it went to 100% here, that's obviously the first pass. So when right now it's doing the second pass, but you see, because it doesn't show anything down here, I think it's frozen, and that's why I'm quitting. But clearly it's going to take, so for example, this one took 5 minutes, meaning that this one is also going to take another 5 minutes. For example, this one says it took whatever, 2 minutes, I guess, plus the loading part. So, and then it says it finished in, as I said, it was about 8 minutes, so 4 minutes. So what I'm saying is that it should have some type of indicator. For example, if we go back here, oh, this one has an indicator. It says 55%. That's a little better for the second pass, but it's stuck at 55%. This never moves. It just says 55. So this one is not updating in real time, and I think that's part of the problem. I don't know if it's a bug. So that's why it's confusing, because I think, oh, it's not working, but why is it using my GPU? And it's using yeah. So these temperatures are, yeah. Let's see what the, oh, you see, wow, look at the CPU fan. It's almost at 2000 RPMs. The rest are still in the low 1000s. I set all the other fans to use the to be based on the CPU temperature. So that way, if the CPU temperature gets elevated, they will pump a little higher. It's that's no. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You see, it still says 55%. It just got stuck there, and there's no indication. So I think that's the problem. I was just impatient. So because I was expecting to say the prompt has executed in so many minutes or seconds. The problem is, because it's not updating, that's very confusing. So now I understand what's going on. Yeah, so you see here, the first what do you call it? The first run, you see it shows it went 100%, great. When it does the second run, there's no indication. The only one is it says it loaded, so I know it loaded again, great. But because so basically it's running again, but I don't know. It could be at 0%, 15%, 30%. I have no idea, because there's no indicator. So then that's the problem. Is I think I just need to wait. But the thing is, I don't know how long to wait. They should have some indicator so I know something's going on, because it could be frozen, and I don't know. Maybe I'm running out of RAM. Let's check the VRAM. You see the VRAM increased here to 21. Remember, before it was just below 19, and before we went up to, what is the part where, yeah, see, this one was 29. So clearly this is fine, but maybe it's not optimized. I don't know. Okay, so we just need to wait. And this still says 55%. I think they're stuck at 55%. So we'll just wait for this temperature to start going down, and then we know it's finished. All right, while that's going on, I'm hoping the video will be much better than the way it was before. When that person says they set the seed, I'm not able to set the seed. I don't understand what they meant there. Was this the one here who said they set the seed to 42? Oh, I also grabbed this one here. This one doesn't help me because they're using an auto model, but values. Okay, groups, offset. There's no seed there. CFG. It's not there. And what's the other one? Steps. Steps are not there. So that's not going to be very helpful for me. Okay, let's see if there's more stuff here from Facebook. Oh, the 30 gigs of. So you see this system, for example, this person has 32 gigs of RAM. Most likely they get to use the entire 32 gigs of RAM because they're going to use the 10. Oh, I should actually take a screen. Okay, so how do I make this bigger? Now downloading it. Can I open up in a new tab? Let's zoom in here. So they're using a different one there. Why can't I drag and drop? Oh, I just realized I got the wrong thing. I was I just grabbed the first thing, but this is clearly, as I said, this is for images. Images are pretty good, so I don't have to worry about that. It's the what do you call it? 768 by 768. Let's see here. Yeah. So this is not what I was looking for. I was looking actually for the one I want is actually for video. I assumed everything will be about video, so that's clearly my fault. So this one has an Intel Arc A7770, 16 gigs on their GPU. They didn't say how much they have, how much RAM they have. Hey, is anyone using Wan 2.2? I'm new. I'm taking too long to process a 2-second video. The first one, so this person has 16 gigs of VRAM. What am I doing wrong? Hey buddy, that's what this tutorial is for. I am also, yeah. Let's look at their settings. I'm pretty sure they're exactly the same as mine. Are these are replies? Can't see your whole workflow, but your position is way too high. That level of hardware working with a B16 Texas, which is like will use up all your VRAM and most of the process to the CPU. But this one it's really good. It makes 15 seconds. Okay, not safe for work. I can click that right now. So let's see if I can zoom in here. Open in new tab. Sampling 57 frames. 480 by ooh, so that's a vertical video. That's probably something I can also try. Oh, they're using the 14B. Interesting. Okay, maybe I'll try the 14B for next time. The temperature is still pretty, smelling something. No, the temperatures seem to be okay. This guy is still stuck at 55, whatever that is. Is it done? No, it's clearly not done because it's... So what's going on in the command line? How much VRAM is it using? It's now using 26. Okay, and see, here's the problem. I said, like, I don't know how long it takes. So it's gonna be like 10 minutes then? Yeah, so this is the problem. There's no indicator of what's going on. So you just have to wait. What I'm saying is, I don't know if it's frozen. Yeah, you know, there should be some type of indicator. The UI clearly does it. I don't know if the problem is in the UI or the bottom here. So I said, once I figure this out, I'll probably be generating them myself on the command line and just write a JSON file and just do that way instead. Yeah. I thought I was done, but it's not. Let's check how much VRAM. Did it go up? It looks exactly the same. So it looks like it's stuck there. Let's go check the temperatures. This one is just stuck. So here we are. So clearly it's still using the GPU. Oh, the CPU just went up here. And let's see if the Radeon graphics. That's still low, so it's not using that one. Oh, this is good. It's going down. No, is it going to jump up again? 72. Yeah, it jumped. I like the way this jumps and this still jumps as well at the same time. So there we go. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how. So this workflow is not very efficient, honestly, because I don't know what's going on. Like, I can't just sit around here waiting without any indicator that something is happening, because this is frozen. It says 55%, but that's clearly not true. So I have just to wait until the this GPU temperature goes down, then I know. So that's a horrible way to find out that it's finished. Of course, you can go to the command line, which I will do here, and just wait for this to also finish. It should say prompt exceeded so many seconds. Alright, so I'm thinking, instead of adding more nodes here, the best thing to do for this type of stuff is simply just to, I already have the model, is just to simply run it from the command line. Then that way at least I'll get a proper indicator of what's going on and how long it takes, because I think maybe one of the problems is that even when it finishes, it has to load the stuff into the UI, which I won't need. So I could shave off a few seconds, maybe even minutes. I don't know how complex this is. Obviously, and I have a problem too, because I'm using AMD. Now stuff is usually built for NVIDIA. But yeah, so that's it. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna wait here, because it's clearly been more than 5 minutes after this one finished. So I don't know. I might just finish this tutorial up and this guy just keep on going. Let's go check, what did I do for the, did I leave like 121? I hope I didn't. Yeah, see, I set it to 81. So for my tests, the first run is very fast. However, when it's actually, I guess it's doing the second run or something happens, I don't know what. It could be that it runs out of VRAM and then it's using the CPU, but as we can see, it's task manager here. It's using 12 gigs. I think that's what I was using, a little bit of more RAM. But if we check here, the CPU, I don't know if it goes to the CPU. Could that be the problem? I wonder if it's using the CPU. Like the first run is very quick and then it runs out of VRAM, so it then goes to the CPU. But if that was true, then the swap would also be used, but it's not. So I don't know what's going on. And this indicator is horrible. Yeah, this guy's not done yet. Excuse me. Alright, so look, we'll have to check and see what's going on. I think I have to do some more testing and hopefully get this guy up, or otherwise I have to use a different model. Because this model either doesn't give... Oh, you know what? Let's go check the Wan 2 website. Yeah, so this jumps anywhere from 75 to 80 degrees. So while this is running, let's go check out the... Do I have the URL here for the python.org, Hugging Face? Okay, I do have their GitHub page. Let's go check out the GitHub page. You should have a link straight to their what do you call it? Their homepage. We'll go here. Okay, so this is the GitHub page of Wan video Wan 2.2, and as you can see here, they have different ones, 2.1, 2.2, etc. It's trained on significantly larger. So compared to 2.1, 2.2 is trained on a significantly larger data with 65% more images and 83.2% more videos. This expansion notably enhances the model's generalization across multiple dimensions such as motions, semantics, aesthetics, achieving top performance among all open source and closed source models. Okay, so that's why I decided to use it. Oh, here we go. Efficient high definition hybrid TI2V, that's the one I'm using. Wan 2.2 open source model. 5B model built with our advanced Wan 2.2 PAE that achieves a compression ratio of 16 by 16 by 4. This model supports both text to video and image to video generation at 720p resolution with 24 frames per second. Also runs consumer grade graphics card like the 4090. It's one of the fastest 720p at fluid models available, capable of blah, 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 blah. Alright, so then you can see here, as I said, I did use the 5B one, but there's also a 14B, and then there's a 2 14Bs, 12V. What's the difference between this one? Oh no, sorry, this is a T. Sorry, T, and this is text to video, and I to V, image to video. And the one I'm using is this one, text to video, text or image to video, at 5B. If we give it a try, we have released. We added text to speech synthesis. Obviously, I don't need that. And yeah, so yeah, maybe I need to try something else. I do not know. So here we go. Model 120. Which one am I using? This one is 5B. So it supports 720p. Clearly it does, but for the output it takes way too long to output, high compression. So maybe if I don't need, oh, maybe it's a high compression. So maybe I should use one of these other models because I don't need the high compression stuff as well. You know what? I'm gonna try one of those, and I will do a video in. I'll do a video for next time because I can recompress it myself using. Yeah, so it's not gonna work. So I'm going to assume it's not gonna finish here because clearly this has been way too long. So if it's, I think it's maybe the compression algorithm is messed up or something. So I'm just going to stop it. See, let's go to cooler temperatures. Yeah, it's still using the GPU. Let's find out what it's doing with the VRAM. So the VRAM is 26, it's still 26 gigs, and yeah. So I don't know what it's doing because it's still using the GPU. I have no idea what it's doing, but I can't wait that long. So I'm gonna stop it right now, and I'm disappointed, honestly, because I thought it is a good model, but the problem is it takes way too long for just 4 seconds of video. In that time I said before, I could have generated several images. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe I should try having an image and tell it to generate from there. Maybe that's faster. But what I don't understand is why the first run is very quick, and then the subsequent, I guess the finishing part. Yeah, here's the thing. My biggest problem is there's no indicator. Where is it? Is it 99%? 60%? 1%? Right? I'm like, give me something here. The point is that if it was, say, at 88%, I could say, okay, guys, let's wait another 15 minutes or whatever. But the problem is I don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to, based on this one which actually finished, which one is this one here? Was it, yeah, was it this one? Yeah, this one here. Based on this one, which took 8 minutes to finish, even that one I didn't like waiting that time, but the fact is it did finish. This one, as I said, there should be some type of indicator, right? So for example, like when you generate an image, it says blah blah blah, then it will say 40 seconds or whatever. Now if you look at the time here, I guess this is 20 seconds, and then another 20 seconds because they do all this stuff, so that's basically half. Not a big deal. If we look at this one, it says it took 2 minutes and 28 seconds. So, but then 8 minutes, right? That's what I'm saying. You definitely need an indicator. Even if the indicator just does 3 things, if we just say 15%, then stuck at 15%, then it will say something like maybe 50%, then 75%, then 100%. Just give me something so I can hang on, because right now I'm just frustrated that this is not going anywhere, and I'm going to have to stop this because all I'm seeing is that it's still using the GPU, but I literally don't know what's going on here. Alright, so I'm gonna, because this is 2 hours and we generated one video, so that's good enough for me to say I'm going to stop, and I'm going to stop this, and this just a quick overview, a quick summary of what we did today. So we have this guy here. This one was, what is it, 1 second, I think it is. This was a 1 second video. It's 896 by 512. It was 24 frames per second, and it was H64. And this one here is this one is 20 frames per second. Also, it's the same 896 by 512. It's 4 seconds. So as you can see, that still cracks me up every time. So as you can see, let me stop here. So this ghost here, so this person is almost a ghost, and this one is not quite, it's better, but not quite there yet. the sub will just appears out of nowhere, and this person is playing. Yeah, so it's that always cracks me up. I'm gonna leave that video for a while. That's gonna crack me up for a very long time. All right, so yeah, so this guy is not finishing, and you can see it's not even using the CPU. What is it doing? It's not using the CPU. You can tell by the temperature. It's still using the GPU. What for? Right? Like, what are you doing, man? And then I like when it drops to 72. I don't know if it's thinking what in the world it's doing. It can't finish. So I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna stop this. No, I'm not gonna stop it. I was gonna create a 240 by 240 video, but I'm not gonna bother. So I'm just going to, yeah, I'm just gonna stop this. So let's take one more run at this. So this is not finishing, and there's no indicator. So I'm gonna assume that we're gonna. I don't know if this will even stop. So let's see if we can stop this. Okay, prompt has been, let's see what it says on the bottom here. Interrupting prompt. Let's see if it actually works. Let's check the RAM usage here. Is it gonna refresh the RAM? No, it's still in the RAM. So I have to do this the hard way. I have to probably do it again to stop the server. It's not releasing the server because it's still running, but it's not doing anything. It's not going to generate the video. So I'm just going to press Ctrl C here. So stop the server. And let's see if it release the RAM, VRAM. No, it doesn't release the VRAM. Say stop server. The server stopped. The server hasn't stopped yet. So another Ctrl C. There we go. Now this time we should have stopped this. So yeah, it did stop the server. So let's see if it released the VRAM. Yeah, it released the VRAM. You can see the difference between here and here. So the temperature should, where's the cooler control? The temperature, yeah, the temperature is dropping. So I'm gonna wait for the temperature drop, then I'll finish this up and give my final thoughts on this. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give my final thoughts on this. So even though I have 32 gigs of RAM on the VRAM, it's clearly not using all of it, which is a good thing. I think this guy's almost cool enough for me to drop this. I'll just wait. Put it, I think it was 2%. I'm just waiting for it to drop into the 40s, then I can drop it down. Because I don't want it. Oh, I can feel like a nice cool breeze. So what was it? 40 something. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this. That's enough to keep it down. It will go down. All right. So my final thoughts on this. For low resolution videos, obviously it does that much faster, but the quality is not is not good. So when you try to do a higher resolution image, I'm talking video, sorry, higher resolution video, it does the first one very quickly, then somehow it gets stuck. Like you see, it's still saying 55% here. So it gets stuck and gets stuck there. And I don't know what's going on. I have to investigate further. I don't know why it's like that. And as you can see, I'm barely using the GPU. I'm talking like from idle because I'm recording, so recording doesn't do anything there. Maybe I'll use a different model and go away from this one. I don't know. If you guys have a suggestion, let me know. And I said I did tweak the settings. This, I don't know why people keep on saying you can change this. I did change this to, remember 42 was it? And I saved it. Let's see, can I click this? 43, 42. Yeah. I think that person maybe meant 42 million or something. I think that's what they meant, not really 42. So the problem is that it's impossible to use this on my particular system. So yeah, my biggest issue is it doesn't have an indicator of what's going on. If it had that, that would be perfectly fine. So it looks like the maximum I can actually create looks like it's 896 by 512. Anything else just does not work. I mean, so far from our testing. For example, the 1280 by 704, which is the default, that gets stuck. Even this one, the 896 by 896, also got stuck. But 896 by 512, that one, did we get something? I can't remember. Did you? I'm confused now. Is this the one we did today? Oh yeah, we did this one today, I believe, right? Yeah, this is the one we did today. So this one did work, and this took 8 minutes to generate. However, when the height was also increased, it took forever and never finished. So I said I don't know what was going on there. So so this is the best. So just a quick recap. This was the original video, 512 by 512. There's 0 seconds actually, 0 seconds. Yes, this one was 512 by 512, and this one is also 512 by 512. This is this is 1 second. This is 1 second. This was 896 by 512, and this is 512 by 512. Better. This was 6 seconds. So this one is the latest one, which was I was able to generate, but it's still not very good in terms of the video. Now, could it be because maybe it's a human, like trying to mimic it? Maybe if it's something like cartoonish, it'll work better. Maybe. So I mean, from the results today, it looks like I need to try the 14B model. I think that will actually be fast overall, because since it doesn't have to do the high compression, obviously the file size for the video will be bigger, but I think that might be better, so I don't have to wait around. Okay, so that's it. So let's finish this up. I have the article here where I actually tested this out earlier today, and you can see those are the results we did today. So I was never able to do a 1280 by 704 FPS video. You can see the actual results just like today. Took a very long time and seems to get stuck. So I think it actually gets stuck. And then I do have 2 recommended resources. As you guys know, I'm in a rural area and I use SpaceX Starlink, there's residential service. Even right now, that's what I'm using to do this live stream. It's working very well. I also use it on my phone for Wi-Fi calling because I'm in a rural area, and both the cellular service and local internet, actually is not very good. So I use SpaceX Starlink. It's been fantastic. High speed in a rural area is amazing. Now, I said I also use it for Wi-Fi calling. I can send, receive texts and calls as well, as if I'm in a more urban area or an area with a better cellular signal. What else? Oh, and this month I have been promoting my novelette. It's called The Algorithmic Serpent. It's by me, Erodo Jambo. As you can see here, it's about a scientist who creates an AI system, and he loses his mind. He has to regain control, not just of his mind, but also of the AI system. And you can see here, this is the paperback version. It's available on Amazon. The links are in the description. There's also an ebook version, and this one is I made it as affordable as possible. I make very little from this. As I said, I think it's like 50 cents for the ebook version, and probably similar for the paperback version. So get a hold of it and let me know what you guys think. I would like to get into more writing, not just programming books. Stuff like this just makes me I do like writing. There's other things I want to write about, for example, like maybe raising chickens, building a chicken hoop, not coop, hoop from scratch, and making sure the chickens are well fed, and they survive through winter through hoop. Okay, so with that said, I'm going, and also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments. That helps the channel grow, and other people can benefit from my tutorials, or at least we can share knowledge, especially with open source stuff. So for example, I think that might be a bug or 2 bugs. So then the authors of, say, ComfyUI or the video Wan 2.2, they can fix those bugs. That's in a collaborative manner. All right, thank you and have a great day. Bye now.